Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I can see some people are joining, our administrators are admitting people fast and furiously. Welcome. Welcome. As you are joining, we are very, very excited that you are able to spend this day with us to get to know us a bit better. And hopefully we can get to know you a bit better too. You are familiar with Zoom by now, I'm sure. So please let your fingers do some typing and pop us a message there in our chat box. Let us know where you are joining us from, region, as well as your company. If you want to brag about who you are representing today, pop us a message there. We'd love to see who we are engaging with. Please don't be shy. Don't be shy. Pop some messages in there. My name is Ilonka. I am based in sunny Johannesburg. Anyone else from Joburg joining us? Main campus. Here we go. Cape Town in the house. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, Joburgers, we can't be outdone by our reps from Cape Town. There we go. Thank you, Pretoria. I love it. Thank you, Gail. Simone from Bebeja. Hope I said that right. There we go, representing. I love it. Pretoria. And I think that is the first one I see from outside of our borders, Namibia, and Tuk. Yanni, welcome. Here we go. Don't be left behind, guys. Pop a message there. We want to see where you are. Botswana, Bonani, I see it. Polani from Durban. Hope the weather's treating you well over there. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you sharing where you are from. It's great to know that there are actual human beings behind these little boxes on our screen. There we go. Don't be shy. Another Joburg. I love it. Witbank. I haven't been to Witbank in a long, long time. Welcome. Great that you could join us. Another Namibia. Groblersdal. Now there is a place I haven't heard about in a very, very long time. Brilliant. Here we go, guys. Admin team, are we still admitting participants? I don't want to kick us off until we've gone a good way into admitting people. You guys know me. I can talk for hours about many things and say nothing. So you're going to need to stop me here if I need to get all formal. Kuruman, I love it. Bonnie, thank you for joining us. There we go. Boksburg, brilliant. East London, there we go. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate you. Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. I had to just give a shout out. Blessing, thank you so much. Katu, Bloemhof. Guys, you are over. You are coming from all over. This is brilliant. Vincent, where are you from? You've unmuted yourself by accident. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Ghana, West Africa.
There we go. I love it. Thank you very much for joining us, Vincent.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Okay. So everyone who wasn't yet in the room when I said welcome and good morning, welcome and good morning to you. Thank you very much for joining us. I feel like I've missed out a career in the radio. What do you guys think? Or should I just stick to my day job? Maybe I'll just stick to my day job for now. Side hustle when I'm a bit older. There we go. Ladies and gents, good morning. Thank you very, very much for choosing to spend your time with us this morning. We know that you are busy people and we really appreciate you joining us and taking part in our session. And hopefully we'll get to answer some of your questions. And while we're doing that, we obviously also would like to brag about who we are, what it is we do, and what we can do for you. So, I mentioned earlier, my name is Ilonka van Vieren. I'm a commercial director at Stellenbosch Business School Executive Development. Try saying that 3 times fast without needing a shot of water. In short, we call ourselves SBS Ed. For those of you who don't want to use all your English words in one go. So today, it's a great privilege to be joined by our digital team. And later in the session, I will introduce the incomparable Refilwe Peo. She is our digital channel director, and she leads our online strategy and innovation initiatives, and she's going to share a bit more about that. So, without me overstaying my welcome, let us take a quick look at what lies ahead. So, welcome and introduction. If you don't feel welcome yet, please do feel welcome now. After me running through the agenda, Refilwe will take us through our portfolio of short courses, our design approach, and some of the solutions for organizations. We will share a bit about our clients and what they have done with us in terms of reflecting. And yes, it is a bit of humble bragging. So, we have to do that as part of what it is that we're doing today. And then we'll close out with some questions. So if you do have a question, please don't wait until the end, right? You can pop it in the chat. There is a whole team behind the scenes furiously manning our chat there, and they'll make sure that your questions are answered. If they can't answer, we'll make sure that you get the feedback that you need as soon as possible. Okay. So please pop your question in the chat. Don't forget, so that you don't forget. Okay. So Stellenbosch and our legacy. I have been privileged to be a part of the Stellenbosch family for about 13 years. And it's always interesting to see where we fit in as SBS Air. So we have our Stellenbosch University, and then the 2 arms from that makes part of our Stellenbosch University family is the business school and then SBS Air. So while the business school delivers our postgraduate degrees and diplomas, so formal qualifications, SBS Ed focuses on leadership and management development, short courses for working professionals, such as yourselves, and then also customized programs for organizations. So what distinguishes us is our legacy, our academic quality assurance, and our strong focus on practical, high-impact learning. So our programs are designed not to just dump a lot of knowledge on you, but to help drive measurable business outcomes for you and your organization. Whether you're developing individual leaders or you're building your organization's capability, we aim to deliver learning that is relevant, rigorous, and immediately applicable. How do we do that, you might wonder? So we have quite a few modes of delivery, and I would like to take you through them just at a high level. So we offer various modalities. Blended learning is a structured combination of in-person and online components. Our remote learning is live, synchronous sessions that we deliver virtually, like today. So we deliver via Zoom, and for some of our clients who prefer MS Teams, we also offer that option. We've got our stock standard traditional face-to-face learning that takes place in class. And then the focus of today is our online learning, which is predominantly asynchronous. And you complete that within a guided time frame, and is supported by scheduled touch points throughout the program. And then, of course, a hybrid learning solution that is a tailored mix. So it's like surf and turf, best of both, that kind of situation. So it's a tailored mix of modalities, and it's often used in our customized organizational solutions. This flexibility allows us to meet diverse business needs across various industries, geographies, we've seen some representation in the room already, and workforce structures. So today our focus is going to be specifically on online learning, and we will take you through some of what it is that our online team does. Online learning is particularly suited for busy execs, shift workers, operational teams, our frontline staff, traveling professionals. You can do your learning from anywhere at any time, teams who work remotely, and our digitally native learners. The participants typically commit between 5 and 7 notional study hours per week. And what's important to note, and this is where SPS Ed maybe does things a bit differently, is this is not isolated learning. We are never going to leave you to your own devices without offering you some support. Our online programs include live webinars scheduled with faculty. We've got interactive discussion forums, and that is where we connect like-minded individuals so that you can share and ask questions and learn from each other. And then we have a dedicated learning process facilitator on some of our more comprehensive programs, and that person acts as a learning coach and guides you through the program. All of this ensures that flexibility does not come at the expense of engagement. Obviously, academic integrity, as we are Stellenbosch University, and including that peer interaction that offers a valuable learning point as well. So we combine convenience with structure, but importantly, independence with support. So you are never alone. Now you might ask me how and who is behind all of this magic. So the digital team, if you will cast your eyes to your screen, the lovely ladies on screen there, and they are in the room as well. Thorisha Pillay, our proposal and design specialist. She makes academic magic happen. Our digital business developer, Keba, give us a wave over there. Then the magician, Dimakatso. She's the program manager, and she looks after all our participants from the start right through to when you get your well-deserved certificate. And then the lady that keeps it all together and guides us strategically is our digital channel director, Refilwe. This team works collaboratively to ensure that from your very first inquiry right through to having completed the program, your experience is seamless, very responsive, and obviously the most important thing is that it's aligned with your objectives. Now I'd like to introduce the leader of our digital channel. She, like I mentioned, she's responsible for strategy, the portfolio growth. There is no boundary that she's not willing to push. There's no box that she's not willing to color outside of. So she loves this. She loves making your dreams come true as an organization, as a learning and development professional. I'm going to hand over to Refilwe to kick us off and to get into the nuts and bolts of what the digital channel is all about. Ref, over to you.
Thank you very much, Ilanka. I'm just double checking that I'm audible and everyone can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Perfect. All right, so now that we've set the context, right, I would like for us to move into our online short course portfolio, which is both available for individuals as well as for organization. This is going to be a bit of a mouthful, so please bear with us, right? All right, so on screen, as you can see, we've got our portfolio, which is structured across NQF aligned levels. So we've got aligned to level 6, aligned to level 7, as well as aligned to level 8, which reflects the increasing depth and strategic responsibility. So aligned to level 6, we've got our online management development program, we've got our graduate development program, and we've got our navigating artificial intelligence program. Aligned to level 7, we have our online senior management development program, our women in leadership program, our risk management program, negotiation skills, as well as our project management. And finally, aligned to an NQF level 8, we've got our advanced project management, our MBA Essentials program, and our brand spanking new, which we will launch this year, the Future of Technology program. Right, so we're going to take a look at each program individually, and please, if you've got any questions, please pop them into the chat. Alternatively, we can wait for the end of the session and we can discuss these as per your questions. Right, so let's begin with the graduate program. Right, perfect. All right, so this program is aligned to an NQF level 6 and is positioned as a structured bridge between academic qualification as well as workplace performance, right? So it recognizes that while graduates enter organizations with technical knowledge, they often lack the cross-functional business understanding required to operate with commercial confidence. So this 6-month in-house program strengthens graduate pipelines by building applied business capability through 5 to 7 hours of guided self-paced learning per week. We've got 6 faculty-led webinars and exposure to disciplines such as your project management, data-driven decision-making, operations management, systems thinking, artificial intelligence, as well as customer centricity. Right, so this journey culminates in final presentations, and this is where participants demonstrate workplace-ready solutions grounded in frameworks covered throughout the program. All right, so let's have a look at our online management development program, which is also our flagship program, meaning that it is a core leadership offering delivered across face-to-face, remote, blended, as well as online formats, with the online version being presented here today. All right, so this program is designed for supervisors, first-time managers, and it facilitates the transition from managing self to managing others by equipping participants with best practices and techniques in management and leadership. Right, so this is over 6 months, is a bit lengthy, and participants engage in structured self-paced learning, faculty-led webinars, and also have a learning process facilitated to support that journey. Right, so this reinforces managerial skill sets, it deepens understanding of business operations, and ensures that the cohort moves beyond isolated roles towards strategic integration, right? So this journey culminates in what we refer to as a business-driven action learning project that drives measurable workplace impact. So I'm going to pause here for a second just to explain to you what exactly that is, right? So the business-driven action learning project is a core component of our senior and advanced programs, right? So it's a structured workplace assignment where participants apply what they learn directly to real organizational challenges, right? So participants work on an authentic issue from their own organization using frameworks and tools from the program to develop practical solutions, right? So think of the BDAL as a bridge between academic learning and organizational value, right? It's designed so that the program doesn't end in the classroom, but also translates into tangible performance improvement on the job, right? This program is also available in-house as well as in our open enrollment. Right, so let's have a look at our navigating artificial intelligence aligned to an NQF 6. And this program is positioned to address the growing gap between rapid AI advancement and structured organizational understanding. Right, so it equips leaders and professionals with a practical, business-oriented foundation in AI, combining expert real-world insight with forward-looking perspective, right? So it's also delivered over 7 weeks. It's slightly shorter than the others that I've mentioned, through structured self-paced learning and a faculty-led webinar, and participants explore AI principles, the value of AI, the limitations of AI, very important ethical considerations, and the future of AI. And this culminates in a very hands-on business case with a step-by-step implementation approach, right? So this program is perfect for leaders, strategists, consultants, technology professionals, and obviously AI users. The program builds confident, responsible AI application and is available also via both methods, which is the in-house option as well as now off-the-shelf options. All right, so let's have a look at our online senior management development program. Now we're entering into the NQF level 7 aligned programs. And this is another one of our flagship programs, right? So the senior management development program is a natural progression from the management development program. This is also delivered across face-to-face, remote, as well as the online formats. And this SMDP is designed to close the gap at enterprise level. So strengthening strategic integration, financial oversight, governance maturity, and the ability to lead complexity across functions. Right, so this program is targeted at senior managers, functional heads stepping into broader executive responsibility. And the 9-month program, yes, I said 9 months, combines structured self-paced learning with faculty engagement, and it also has the business-driven action learning, also supported by a learning process facilitator to ensure measurable leadership and organizational impact. All right, so very similar to the rest, also available in both formats, in-house as well as in our open enrollment. All right, so our very popular Women in Leadership program, also in the NQF Level 7 alignment. And this program is positioned to strengthen women's leadership, right? Capability within complex organizational environments by addressing real structural and contextual tensions that shape progression, right? So the gap is not competence, but structured support, perspective, and practical strategies to lead with clarity, I beg your pardon, as well as with influence. So this is slightly shorter. It's delivered over 7 weeks. Also through structured self-paced learning, also has faculty engagement, and it focuses on the applied integration of self, network, as well as organization, right? So it engages themes such as your leadership identity, social capital, institutional pressures, and as well as diversity and inclusion. Also similar to the rest, available in both methods, in-house as well as in the open enrollment. Then we've got our risk management program, positioned to develop structured risk capability within the South African legislative framework. And this addresses the gap between reactive compliance as well as strategic integration. So it equips professionals to embed informed, assertive risk processes that strengthen reliance and build stakeholder trust and unlock opportunity. All right, also delivered over 7 weeks. These are the slightly shorter programs through structured self-paced learning as well as faculty engagement. And participants progress from foundational risk principles to developing frameworks, refining processes, strengthening reporting, and integrating risk into implementation. Right, so this enables organizations to position risk as a strategic enabler rather than just a compliance exercise. All right, also available in both of our methods. All right, and for our negotiators in the room, we've got negotiation skills, which is also aligned to a level 7. And this program is positioned to develop structured negotiation capability. All right, so within complex professional environments, addressing the gap between instinctive bargaining and disciplined strategic preparation. So this strengthens the confidence and influence by equipping participants with proven frameworks that drive sustainable outcomes. So delivered over 8 weeks through the same method, structured self-paced learning with faculty engagement, and participants move from beyond basic negotiation to master principles such as interests over positions, banter application, mutual value creation, as well as rapport building. All right, so this is focused on practical application in this particular program, and the program ensures immediate real-world application and is also available in both of our available formats. All right, and our project management foundations, also aligned to a level 7. And this is positioned to build structured project execution capability within organizational environments. So addressing the gap between responsibility and disciplined methodology. So this equips professionals with planning clarity, structure, performance control required for consistent delivery. Right, so this is also delivered over 7 weeks through structured self-paced learning as well, faculty engagement, and participants strengthen competence across project planning, execution, monitoring, and integration, which is all grounded in practical application. All right, so both of these, or this program, is also available in both of the formats, in-house as well as in open enrollment format. Then we move over into our NQF Level 8 aligned programs, and starting off with the Advanced Project Management Program. And this is positioned as a natural progression from the foundations program or from project management foundations. So this shifts participants from structured execution to strategic project leadership, right? So at this level, the gap is not methodology, but the ability to lead complex initiatives, align projects to organizational strategy, and to drive measurable value realization, right? So this is designed for experienced project managers, senior professionals overseeing strategic portfolios, and the 20-week program develops capability across leadership, strategic realization, as well as technical mastery. I've just received a little note to slow down a bit. So if I'm going a little fast, just please put it in the chat and I'll slow things down just a bit. And this program is delivered through structured learning, very same to the rest, with faculty engagement, and is available via open enrollment, as well as customized or in-house delivery to strengthen strategic delivery capability. All right, and then we have our MBA Essentials program, also aligned to an NQF level 8. And this particular program runs over 20 weeks as well, all right? And it requires also the standard 5 to 7 hours per week, supported by 4 faculty webinars, all right? So this program strengthens overall business acumen and delivers critical management capability with direct workplace application. Right, so participants who complete this program build a competence in 3 core MBA disciplines, namely economics, quantitative methods, and managerial accounting. And all of these are guided by experienced MBA faculty from Stellenbosch Business School. Right, so this program is suited to professionals who wish to innovate their business acumen, particularly those who do not engage with commercial, financial, or quantitative disciplines in their daily roles, right? This is also applicable to those seeking foundational preparation for future postgraduate or MBA studies. I do, however, need to make a note that while the program does prepare participants for MBA level thinking, right, it does not replace formal admission requirements. So should you be interested in that MBA, candidates must still qualify for the MBA by holding a recognized postgraduate qualification or an honors degree in line with admission criteria. So you still need to qualify for the MBA, right? Should you have MBA aspirations. Right, so this Essentials program is also available in both formats. It's available in-house as well as in open enrollment, and can be tailored to organizational development needs. And then, very exciting on our side, born from the postgraduate diploma in future studies offered by Stellenbosch Business School, the Future of Technology program brings postgraduate level futures thinking into an executive short course format, right? So this is also, or will be also aligned to an NQF level 8. This program spans over 5 months, right? Also requires the same amount of effort, 5 to 7 hours per week, and is supported by 8 faculty webinars, right? Also available in both delivery formats, in-house as well as open enrollment. And this will be launching very soon. We will be sending out invites to everyone to the formal launch webinar, where we will unpack this program in detail. But just as a very high-level overview for the purposes of this session, the program does cover topics such as the introduction to futures thinking, technology in focus, science and innovation, and predictions, experts and science fiction, change management for technology, as well as technology, society, as well as the environment. So these themes essentially equip participants to engage strategically with emerging technologies within a broader societal, environmental, as well as organizational context. So in this particular session that we will be hosting to unpack this program, we will be joined by Dr. Lisa Barkley, who co-designed the program with our designers and who currently leads the postgraduate studies for future studies at the business school. And we're super excited to be launching this one. This will also be available in both formats, in-house as well as open enrollment. So please watch this space. All right, and just a quick high level in terms of what we've got upcoming. I'll just give you a high level overview from March to May. We've got in March, which is next month, we've got our project management foundations, as well as our online management development program. April, we've got our senior management development program. Advanced project management, we've got our navigating AI as well as our risk management program. And in May, we've got our negotiation skills, MBA essentials, as well as online MDP2. All right, please contact Giba. I'm sure we'll drop her details in the chat, and we will get your applications rolling, or we will convert your applications obviously into registrations. All right, so we've gone through our portfolio and you've seen the off-the-shelf programs. Now I want to shift the focus to how we design our online programs or our online experience. I know that we've alluded to it, myself and Ilonka, in our sections, but I just want to show you exactly how we put these programs together. So our online learning model is intentionally layered to create depth, flexibility, as well as measurable impact. So it integrates the asynchronous learning, live academic engagement, and applied assessments to ensure that development translates directly into the workplace performance, right? So we begin the journey at number one, you'll see there, with the self-paced digitized modules, which is supported by recorded faculty input. We've got curated resources, quizzes, applied assignments as well. And participants also receive free LinkedIn Learning access to deepen their development. And we also have those live-led webinars with the subject matter experts, and as well as those discussion forums to enable engagement and peer collaboration, while individual and group assignments ensure practical application culminating in workplace relevant presentations. So just a note there, it's only our comprehensive programs that have those group assignments. The shorter programs just have assignments at the end of those. All right, and then on our screen is just an example of what the journey looks like. So once you get onto an online program, this is what your journey will look like. We always start with an orientation and we show you guys the how, the what, the when, the why, and the who. And then this is an example of the MDP, or the Management Development Program, which is comprehensive. And we move from module to module with a multiple choice quiz, discussion forums. Some have assignments in there, and some do not. And as you can see on screen, we've also got the faculty-led webinars. So obviously these will differ from program to program, designing on the length as well as the makeup of that particular program. Right, so now that we've outlined the portfolio as well as the design approach, and you've seen what the learning journey looks like, we'd like to show you how this all comes together inside the learning platform, right? So on screen, our marketing team is going to press play and it'll just give you a sneak peek into what our Moodle platform or your learning environment will look like.
Well, there you have it. Thank you very much, Refillware, for taking us through our full suite of off-the-shelf online programs, and also giving us a bit of insight into the process that you guys go through to put these interventions together. So at SBS Ed, we understand that learning and development teams, learning and development managers, are responsible for aligning training initiatives with your organization's strategy, and more often than not, personal development plans. So that's why we offer solutions for organizations as well. We're not just catering to those of you who want to sharpen up on project management or negotiation skills. So how we do this, in terms of catering to your organization's unique operational and strategic needs, we offer two pathways, right? So on the left-hand side is our ready-made solutions. They are structured, ready to deliver, off-the-shelf short courses that we tailor to your organization's goals, context, strategy, vision, while we focus on your specific challenges and opportunities. So that's specifically honing in on your industry. These can be deployed at any date of your choosing, so you don't have to stick to the dates that are on our website. And we require a minimum of 15 participants, and we can scale to larger cohorts as well. And this just ensures consistency and collective capability upliftment. We also offer the solution as customized offerings, and this takes it one step further. So we co-create a fully customized course from scratch. So you dream it up and we can make it happen, or we can extract modules from some of the existing programs that Refuel has taken us through, and we build a new learning pathway that aligns to your strategic priorities and initiatives already underway in your organization. So these solutions can also be delivered through a hybrid model, combining online learning with remote or face-to-face components, if you so wish. And also a minimum of 15 participants applies to this. And we can also obviously scale this to larger groups, depending on your organizational rollout or where your teams are based. Again, we are not limited to just Stellenbosch or Cape Town. We go where you are. And we can do that with our hybrid customized solutions as well. So both of these pathways are designed to ensure flexibility, relevance to your organization and the industry that you operate in, and to provide measurable organizational impact. Sounds fancy, right? So our customized solutions, let me just take you through that in a bit more detail. Our customized solutions build on the strength of academic rigor of our existing portfolio, but we intentionally shape it around your organization's specific context, right? So there's no one size fits all. We begin with the unique pathways and we align the learning to your strategic direction and your business priorities. From there, we map directly to role requirements, and this ensures the relevance to actual accountability and performance expectations of those participants on the program. We focus on targeted skills, these capabilities that strengthen your execution and decision-making within the environment that these participants operate in. These are delivered through practical interventions, some of which Refuel has mentioned, and it is grounded in real organizational scenarios. Again, this ensures maximum relevance because the learning reflects your context, your organization, what it is that you are trying to achieve. And this ultimately drives maximum impact aligned to your strategic objectives. Customization is about precision building on proven, tried and tested foundations. And we then tailor the journey to what it is that your organization needs most. We like to say that we marry the academics with real business application. So it's not just something that you will find in a library. Now, focusing on how we bring these solutions from dreaming about it to actually delivering it for your organization, we can then select a core program as a baseline, any of the ones that Refuel has taken you through. This ensures that we stick to our academic rigor, the NQF alignment, and all of that then remains intact. Then we can add or replace, my apologies, specific modules. Refilio will take you through what that actually looks like with a few more pictures. And that again ensures NQF alignment, and we then ensure that the developmental integrity remains intact and that there is progression. Then we co-create and restructure as and when needed the learning pathway. So if you do swap out some of the modules, we restructure that so that it makes sense and it still has impact. And then the journey feels more intentional, not just like we are adding things randomly together. Finally, we design the hybrid learning architecture. And this is if you require a hybrid solution where we combine online, remote, face-to-face, and all of those elements that suit your operating environment. Once you've done all that, what you have is a modular NQF-aligned framework that allows truly unique pathways. And it's built around your organization and your unique requirements. So up next, Ref will now demonstrate what this could look like, and we will use the graduate development program as the core program, and she'll just discuss how we then go about swapping and changing and what that could look like. Thanks, Ref, over to you.
Thanks, Ilonka. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate through a practical example. So if you're a learning and development manager, learning and development team, the request would come directly from you. And you would approach us and say that you'd like to use the graduate development program as the foundation for your organization's graduate intake, right? But you want it more closely aligned to your internal capabilities or your capability priorities, right? So what we would then do is we'd begin with the graduate development program as the academic baseline, which is what you see on your left or my left. And this preserves the core structure and ensures academic rigor and that the NQF level alignment remains intact. All right, so modules such as project management foundations, data-driven decision-making, the business environment, operations, systems thinking, AI, as well as customer centricity, as well as the efficiency project will form the core program for this particular request, right? And then you as an L&D manager then come back and say, you've identified specific development gaps, right, that you want included into the program. So for example, you highlight that your graduates require stronger people management capability and leadership readiness, right? So as you see, we've just circled a few. And in response, what we would do is that we would review our NQF aligned modules. So that's what you see on the right-hand side, right? And we integrated the self-leadership to align to that need that the L&D professional has provided us with. We've also integrated people management into the pathway, right? So, and commercial acumen also comes up in the conversation, and that is also recognized as a priority. And then managerial finance is also incorporated, right? All additions remain NQF aligned, all right? Ensuring coherence, I beg your pardon, as well as structured progression. All right, in the next image, the journey is then intentionally sequenced. So the program feels integrated and developmental. All right, so not just simply customized, but purposefully designed. And finally, the L&D team then comes back and says that they require applied engagement, right? So then we then go and incorporate a one-day faculty-led face-to-face workshop per module, right? So that creates the hybrid model and strengthens practical learning as well as the peer interaction. Right, so the result is then a customized graduate development program, which is what you see on your left. The previous one only started on project management foundations, but this one then has self-leadership as well as people management right at the top, and we've incorporated managerial finance as well into the learning journey. Right, so all of this maintains the academic integrity while being strategically aligned to the organization's capabilities and needs. Right, so should there be learning and development professionals in the room who wish to go down this road, who wish to restructure programs and create a hybrid program or just create a program that has different disciplines within, The process that you would follow is to contact me. My email address is on the screen. I'm sure somebody will pop it as well in the chat. And this is to initiate the conversation, the customization process. We then conduct a scoping session with our proposal and design specialist in the room, as well as with whoever it is that you wish to bring into the room as well, where we will then align and design in accordance to your organizational strategy, as well as with all of your preferred modules that you wish to include. At this process, this is a very consultative process. We do this together. And then from there, a proposal is then put together by our proposal and design specialist, Tharisha Pillay. And once that has been reviewed and we've gone back and forth and we agree that this is what we want to do, we then obviously move off into commercial aspects, signing a program agreement, and then we then move over to the program launch, which is all the logistics, and Dimakatso, our program manager, then takes over there and completely supports that process. All right. So now that you've heard from us, I always say the proof is in the pudding. We would like for you to hear from one of our longtime clients who has been with us for a while and has done multiple programs with us, just so that you can hear firsthand from somebody who has invested in our online interventions. Thanks, ladies.
Okay, morning everyone. My name is Anthony Antoniotto, and I am the qualification manager at BMW South Africa. So essentially what that means is I look after all of the training and development for our retail partners here at BMW in South Africa. My relationship with SBS Ed started about 4 years ago, where we implemented a leadership development program here at BMW South Africa. We wanted to just really up the level of management and leadership that we had within our retailer network, and really support our retail partners to have the best leaders possible within their organizations in the automotive industry. So we implemented this leadership development program with a strong focus on transformation, and that is when we partnered with SBS Ed through our training supplier MSXR to really look at value-adding courses that could make a real impact to our leaders in our dealer network. So in terms of the courses we have leveraged off from SBS Ed, one of my favorites, and I actually did it myself in the first year, is the MBA Essentials program. And I just thought that was great. For someone who maybe has got a lot of the leadership or softer skills already, but lacks the business acumen, for me, this was fantastic. I learned so much about economics in the course, and it really gave me that leg up from a business point of view. And it did exactly the same for our retail partners. The learning I gained from the larger group was fantastic. So it's not only the learnings that you obtain from the course content, but it's actually networking with people outside of your industry that really helps a lot. I mean, we had the option of doing a, let's call it a closed cohort with just BMW people. We decided not to. We decided really to go with an open cohort because we thought, let's allow our people to network with people in other industries. Let's bring in ideas from the banking sector. Let's bring in ideas from entrepreneurs. Let's not limit ourselves. And the course really allowed the guys to do that. But we've also utilized the Future Management Development Program as well as the Management Development Program a little bit longer from a content point of view, more modules over a longer period of time. But for new managers or new potential managers, fantastic, because it covers the business element as well as the leadership or people element. So a very well-rounded program. And the same can be said for the management development program, where we enrolled our current managers and looked at people who have the potential to be dealer principals in future and applied those courses to them. We've also leveraged off a couple of short courses with SBS Ed, that being the negotiation skills course, the managing mental health and wellness at work or in the workplace. And those have been short, sharp, to the point, and relevant based on a particular need at the time for individuals within our retailer network. So those really added a lot of value. In terms of my experiences and why SBS Ed and why we've chosen essentially for BMW to go the online route is we know that our people are really, really busy, especially in a retail sales environment. You don't have a lot of time to be away from work. And by going the online digital route with the courses, it's allowed, and especially based on the fact, and this was really important for us, for us at BMW, is these courses are asynchronous. So although there is a period of time in which the delegates have to complete it. They can allocate the time that they want to apply to the course as they see fit based on their work and their home life, and really finding that balance. And I just think as well, the credibility of the lecturers, right, or the facilitators, as well as the quality of the content is something that I've really appreciated from SPSA. They're really a reliable partner, and I really feel like once delegates have completed the program, they can actually apply what they've learned into their work context. So in a nutshell, SPS, great partner. I value the partnership, and I'm really happy with how we've worked together and how they've addressed the pain points from our organizational point of view.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a bit of a brag reel from our side, as Ilonka mentioned. But through Anthony's insights, we see how asynchronous learning creates real impact, offering professionals the flexibility to grow without disrupting work schedules or even your home life. So as you can see at SPSA, we're committed to delivering learning solutions that are accessible, relevant, and tailored to your needs. So whether through our portfolio of short courses, or you want to do a custom in-house or bespoke program or hybrid learning, please do contact us in order for us to give you the appropriate solution for your organization or for yourself, right? So now we'd love to hear from you guys. I see the chat has been very busy. And I also see that the team has been very proactive in responding, right? But we would love to hear from you guys. Myself and Ilonka and all the videos have been speaking this entire session. We'd love to hear other voices. If you don't mind, you could pick up your hand and please ask us your questions, and maybe we could provide a bit more clarity and also maybe hear your thoughts. Or you could simply unmute yourself and go for it. I see Xolani, who's got his hand up. Yes, Xolani.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the opportunity. Thank you very much for your presentation. I just wanted to check, just briefly, I was just trying to check the difference between advanced project management and the foundation one. Can you just briefly give me just the difference between the two? If, say, for example, I want to do the foundation one, how is it different from the advanced one? Just a quick one, like not, yeah. Thank you so much. I know that you did that, but then I didn't get the
Just a
foundation.
summary. Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you.
All right, not a problem. So the foundations program obviously is more entry level, and it focuses more on methodology, focuses more on learning the basics, project planning, organizing, leading, controlling, as well as a few risk elements, right? Once you get to the advanced level, it focuses more on your leadership capability. So it's leading more complex projects and also strategic realization, strategizing for those types of projects. And there's also a technical component which gets very technical. So that's why we prescribe the foundations program before you go into the advanced program. We've had a couple of people underestimate the level of technicality that is in there, but it is also pitched at or aligned to a level 8, which means that we are equipping your more senior project leaders, your more senior or your more strategic leaders with the skills to lead projects and lead other project managers. I hope that I have explained it well. I also see Tharisha Pillay, our proposal and design specialist, is also providing a bit more context. Tharisha, I'm not sure if you can voice yourself yet.
Sorry, Raf, I can't barely speak. My voice is almost gone.
Not a problem, not a problem. I'm just trying to get to the chat so that I can just see what some of the responses are in there as well. Tharisha did give a brief explanation. All right, so foundations is elementary project management concepts. And an intro aligned to level 7, and APM is focusing on strategy and leadership. Yeah. So basically in alignment. I hope we have answered that question. If not, you're more than welcome to please drop us an email and we can get into proper discussion to help you make your decision.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I got it quite clear. Thank you so much.
All right, perfect. All right, Chanel, can you just co-pilot here with me? I'm just struggling to see all the hands that are up.
Yes, so there's Nani has their hand raised. Nani,
Okay.
unmute yourself.
Nani, please unmute. Did Nani's hand go back down?
Yes, it did. Hi, Rafilwe.
Oh, hi. Lovely to hear from you, Nani.
Yes, thank you for having me on the presentation. Just a quick one.
Sure.
Your foundations on project management, is it competitive with other institutions? So in essence, if I have to do the advanced with Stellenbosch, will you credit the entire course, or is it still subject to weighting or assessment? Thanks.
So you are asking, if you complete this, are you able to register or apply for another program with another institution? Is that what you're asking?
No, what I'm asking is I already have completed the foundations with another institution.
Okay,
So if
and
I
you want to
want
do
to,
advanced.
I'm considering the advanced with Stellenbosch. Are you going to credit that course? Will you consider that and credit it, or will you still want me to do certain things, perhaps? So what I'm asking is, are your foundations and other institutions fundamentally the same?
The same. They are fundamentally not identical, but the themes are the same, right? So what we would do, obviously, you'd submit your application. Dimakatso as well as Tarisha go through all the applications. It's good that you've done the project management foundations. Doesn't matter where you do your project management foundations. We preferred with us. But if you've got those foundations or those fundamentals, that's also going to assist you with your application to the advanced program. With regards to credits, we're not going to particularly credit anything from that program. You will still be required to do all 3 topics. So you'll still be required to do the technical module, still be required to do strategic realization, and you'll still be required to do the leadership module.
So you will not automatically admit under advanced. Is that what you're saying?
So you'll apply and you'll submit all of that, all of your information. So the project management foundation that you've done, all your previous qualifications. We also do ask for a CV, if I'm not mistaken. And we go through that application, and once we've granted you admission, if you've done the foundations, your chances are much higher than somebody who has not. So normally someone who has not, and we don't see that you have experience in leading complex projects, we would normally ask you to start with the foundations program and then make your way up. Have I answered you, Nani?
Yes,
Nani, I think
thank you.
Okay, all right, then, perfect.
Thank you,
Thank you
Nani.
very much, Nani.
Rafilwe, I just want to highlight a few questions. So
Sure.
there are quite a few inquiries around NQF level alignment. I do think we need to just clarify what that means.
Sure. Ilonka, do you want to assist with that query?
Happy to do, Ref. Thank you very much. So in terms of NQF alignment, we ensure that the outcomes and the complexity of the program are associated with the NQF level of that program. So it's not academic credits. It's not going to give you credits for any formal qualification, but the complexity, the difficulty, and the strategic level of those outcomes are aligned to the NQF levels as described by the National Qualifications Framework. So when we have an NQF level 6 aligned program, all of those outcomes are quality assured and checked by Stellenbosch University to make sure that it aligns with the national qualifications framework. And as you then move up with the NQF levels, we test that so that the complexity just aligns with that. So basically, we're making sure that if you are doing an NQF level 8 program, that your learning will be stretched to align with that complexity of that level. So short course credits, unfortunately, not the same as academic credits, but it does align to the complexity to make sure that what you are learning aligns with the level of your managerial level or the level of learning that you are looking for.
Thank you so much, Ilonka. There is also another question, Rafiwe, around the managing mental health and wellness course. Maybe you can also just give a brief overview of other courses that we didn't maybe mention that could organizations could consider as a core program.
With that, all right. So our managing mental health and wellness program can still be offered, but unfortunately, it's only available for in-house. So should an organization have approximately 15 participants who wish to look into that module or look into that program, I beg your pardon, you are more than welcome to give me a call or drop me an email, and we can set up a session where we will unpack on that. We do have a few other programs that we didn't include in this bouquet of programs, such as your Future Managers program, which is very much aligned to new managers. We've got innovation program as well, a business innovation program. So I think if anybody's interested in any of the additional programs over and above the ones that we've showcased today, please drop me an email and just specify what capability you are looking for, and we can then obviously go into our bouquet of our modular library and see if we can't assist you with putting together something for your organization.
Thanks, Rafiwe. I think what I'm seeing for the most part are application links being requested and application links being shared. So that is wonderful to see. Let's give it a few more seconds. If anyone has a last question, please raise your hand. Otherwise, please note that we will be sending an email with the session recording. But if you want to take this opportunity to ask one last question, please feel free to do so before we close.
I see Nizam has a hand up.
Yeah.
Nizam, please go ahead.
Morning, ladies. Good afternoon, I should say. Just want to check with you, ladies. I did the MDP through you guys, right? That indeed is a project management module, right? If you did that, do you have to do the foundations one, or can you proceed with the advanced?
That's a good question. From my standpoint, Nizam, you would still need to do, or this is if you want to do advanced. I think let's have a look at that. The reason that we insist on doing the project management foundations is the technical capability. I know that in the MDP it doesn't go into as much depth as it does in the foundations module. But as I mentioned, you can submit your application and all of your documents, previous qualifications, as well as that, and highlight that for us, as well as your CV, so we can do a thorough analysis on admission. But just from that, the project management foundation goes into a lot of depth. It also goes into the different tools and the latest tools that we are using in project management foundations. So please submit your application with all of your documents, and we can do a thorough assessment, and we can also do a brief interview with you just to assess whether you should start with foundations or whether you should move over to the advanced program.
Noted. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you so much. All right, do we have any hands up?
Can I come through, please?
Oh, there we go. TQ.
Please.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you for the informative session. I think you responded a question from the chat. I do understand where is it Nizam, where he is coming from, because what if you have a foundation with another institution, advanced diploma in project management, as well as postgraduate diploma in project management? So I think he wanted clarity on that, but for me to be able to understand that you've responded accordingly. So you're saying people that are in that situation, they must just submit their qualifications, their CVs. I think most of us here, we just need to submit, and then you can decide based on that. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Because
So they
I find that
are
some of,
oh, sorry, TQ.
yeah, you find that, sorry about that, I'll be done now. You find that some of us already got those qualification, project management qualification with NQF levels, 7, 8, with credits as per the SAQA framework. So yeah.
All right. So I think submit the application, right? But I think the premise of what we are saying with regards to that is we do a very thorough evaluation for all the people going on to the advanced project management. It's only because we realize the level of difficulty is somewhat high, right? If you've got a project management foundations program or a degree or anything like that, I think there wouldn't be an issue in admitting you. But for those who do not have, and who still feel that they want to do the advanced, we will still go through the entire process to ensure that it also doesn't, or you also don't become unsuccessful once you do come onto the advanced project management. So we just realized that it's actually quite difficult. A lot of us thought that it would just be a leadership strategic realization. And then when people get to the technical element, that's where it gets tricky. So those other concepts, yes, we're all familiar with them because we've all been in managerial positions, or the majority of us. But when it gets to technical, it gets very tricky, and that's where it gets really difficult. So please submit. We do evaluations for every single application. And obviously, if you do have that foundation, it obviously just strengthens your application as well.
Okay, no, thank you. I think it will be nice to have a best of both, even if
Best
you
of
have
both
that
worlds,
qualification,
100%.
you know
Yeah.
that you got that Staley's certificate,
100%. And
Stellenbosch.
the
Yeah,
latest
no,
tools available to you as well. Yeah. Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I think just observing time, should there be any other questions, please feel free to drop us an email. You've got the online at USB Ed, or there it is. So for short courses and for individuals, please contact Giba, who's our business development specialist for digital programs, and you can contact her online at sbsed.com. And should you be interested in solutions for your organization, so should you have a team, or should you be in the L&D department, please send me a direct email. We will filter those questions regardless. So if you wish to speak to me directly, you're more than welcome to also drop me an email. All right. So as you see at the bottom there, an email will be sent with the recording of the session. I hope we were all looking good, because this is going to live forever on YouTube. And we're also going to have further information about all of our short courses as well. And what we'll also do is that we'll add in all the additional programs that are available in modular format, as well as in program format that we have not shared on today's showcase. Right, so with that said, from myself, from Ilonka, from the digital team, from the wider SBS Ed organization, thank you so much for spending this morning with us. We look forward to seeing you on the upcoming programs. And that's signing out from us. Please do enjoy the rest of your Wednesday afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Okay.
Bye.